I hope I can be of help to you.
I'm searching for a stable boy from Neuhof.
I know him, right enough. But I don't know where he is now.
He's run away from the stud farm.
Well, he's definitely not here. Try the other charcoal burners camp downstream.
I'm honored that...
Do you know where I could find... Who? The stable boy from Neuhof.
Oh, I know who you mean. He went not long ago to the charcoal burners by Talmberg. Just follow the stream to the west.
God be with you.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. Do you know where I might find him?
Well, if you go south from here, you'll come across Old Andrew's Inn on the road. If you go along the road from there to the east, you'll reach Neuhof.
I know where Neuhof is. The boy isn't there.
Ah, I see. I can't help you then. I've never noticed anyone of that description around here.
That's odd. The charcoal burners by the stream told me they know Ginger and that he comes to visit you.
Horseshit! They probably just said that to get rid of you. Nobody likes a stranger sticking his nose into their business.
It's the business of my liege lord. I'm here because of what happened at Neuhof, and that boy knows something about it. Let me talk to him.
Hold your horses. First, prove you're with the garrison.
How? You want me to bring the whole garrison here?
If there's no other way. Because there's been 2 brutes asking after him too. And they look like they'd cut his throat without blinking.
All right, I'll deal with them. And then you'll tell me where you've got Ginger hidden, right?
Right.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge, so I reckon they must be somewhere between...
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there. Be a bit more careful.
You didn't mind before when you hooked up with that.
Pious. Yeah, and a treacherous bastard. Greetings, my good man. May I ask you a question?
Ask first, then I'll ask you.
Really? Good then.
I was just about to ask you two the same thing.
Then it's a pity neither of us.
Thank heavens I've found you.
I see.
Is that all you've got?
You're dead. Mrka!
God be with you.
What are you doing? Are you poaching here?
What the hell are you on about? I just found it is all. But you look a bit suspicious to me. Poacher!
I wasn't hunting. That carcass was already lying there when I came.
Oh shit, you're all covered in his blood.
I like to get in a fight now and again, and I've got the blood to show for it. So what?
You look more likely to shit yourself and run. Why, you still have the bow you shot the poor wretch with.
Someone like me can't afford to travel unarmed.
I suppose that makes sense. I've got a funny feeling about you, but I can't be absolutely sure you did it.
I'm relieved to hear it. And what exactly were you doing here anyway?
What are you getting at?
I think I should go and report you. They'll listen to me. You're carrying the murder weapon.
You won't prove it's the murder weapon, but I'll prove I know how to use it.
I could drag you off to Rattay myself and let the bailiff decide. You were cutting it up right here on the road.
What of it? Corpse doesn't need possessions.
It'll be easier for you if you confess. I know what happened. I won't leave criminals to roam the roads.
Oh, really? I'll tell you, if you try and pin something on me I haven't done, the whole fucking province will get to hear of it.
You're the poacher.
You can't go flinging around accusations against honest folk. I'm going to the town to report you. You see if I don't.
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Uzits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled, though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help. Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Ushets and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Ushets, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
And now tell me exactly, and don't leave anything.
That's quite...
You don't have to tell me everything, just who they were and where they...
I only recognized...
What else do you know?
Nothing.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What?
This is yours, is it?
That is...
I've heard everything I need to.
Wait! What about...
Perhaps.
I'd like to go back to the stud...
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm.
I could go and ask them if it's important to you.
Would you? You'll definitely have their respect, the way you took care of those cut...
Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. Now,
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Any chance of some work here, Captain?
It all depends on what you're ready to do. I'm sure you've noticed the roads around here are swarmed. Sir Hunnish is
So what do you think I should do about them?
We know about one of their encampments. I don't really mind how you deal with them. Anyway, though, in any case, bring...
Very well.
Wait. In addition, Sir Hunnish has offered a reward for every band...
Very well. That sounds amusing.
Well, I'm honored that enough...
Can you teach me how to defend myself better in combat?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right.
Isn't that quite a lot? Satisfied?
That's not enough. Agreed. Now, listen up.
Can you teach me how to...
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced technique.
Wouldn't you rather learn the base?
Well, I'd like to learn to fight better with an axe.
Certainly.
Well, I'd like to improve...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right.
Isn't that quite...
You won't con... Agreed. Now, let's...
I'd like to improve my...
Certainly.
I'm interested in more of...
All right, but it...
Isn't that quite a lot? Is this enough?
It'll take more than that to persuade me. Agreed. Now...
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he could...
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my...
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognized him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are...
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
Why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people, why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no...
And what about for revenge?
There's no need to fear vengeance. The bandits who were looking for Ginger are in hell, and no one else knows about him.
But what if they find out somehow?
The only way they could find out would be a holy vision. Anyway, I reckon they'll have more pressing concerns than coming back here.
Well, all right. Let him come back. But he'd better not...
What do you need?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason, too.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujits, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about...
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to... Then bring him to me in Mehoyed, and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir. Why choose Mehoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything.
answer to my prayers. Just when...
Come on then! Watch out!
Over here! Where is everyone?
What's that? Hey! You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Hello? Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Raise the alarm! Watch out!
bit more.
Show me what you've got concealed.
Everything forward and home.
Hey!
What?
For security reasons.
If you insist.
Sorry for the holdup, but it had to be done. You may proceed.
Good day to you.
I'd like to discuss the...
Well...
What do you say to this?
Less.
Very well, I agree.
Try them.
God be with you.
Let's have a word about the pro...
Naturally.
Satisfied?
It's not worth it.
Oh, that's a decent price. Can you show me how to rip...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right.
Isn't that quite a... Since it's...
More. Agreed. Now listen up.
Can you show me how to...
Certainly.
I'm interested in more...
All right.
Isn't that quite a... What about this?
That's not enough. Agreed.
Kitchen or the field, my fine wares will brighten your every day. Good!
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
Let's talk about the pro... Sure, why? Satisfied?
You're right.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
I'm glad to see you.
I've taken care of the camp.
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
I've had another report. Some folk were ambushed to the west of Rattay, on the hill across the river from the gallows.
Very well, I'll take a look. I have some,
Let's see. Good.
Can I ask... What kind of a lord is Sir Hanush?
I can't complain. He knows how to keep order, but he doesn't.
What do you think of Sir Radzig?
I hear he's on good terms with the king, probably why Sir Hanush opened the door to him. Sir Radzig seems like a fair man, and folks say he's a good governor.
What's young Lord Capon like?
He'll be the governor here in a few years. Sir Hanush is just his guardian until he comes of age. The young lord spends most of his time making merry, but he'll grow out of it. He's no fool.
What's life like in Rattay?
Till Sigismund came, and then you folk, it was a fine, peaceful...
What will become of the Skalitz?
I'd like to know the answer to that myself. I hope things can settle down quick, and you lot can clear off.
Perkstein is a fine castle.
It'll be even finer once you all clear out, and I can move back into my chambers.
Do you know who those soldiers of Sigismund?
They call them Cumans or Kipchaks. Our lord says they fled from the Mongols to Hungary and settled there. They're herdsmen, an excellent horseman.
Thank you.
You want to really hurt your opponent. It's no use just flailing at him and hoping you get lucky. You need technique, but using skilled moves is no easy matter. No miraculous strikes you can learn that will ensure you win every duel. You've got to work those techniques into your combat. Force your opponent into a position you want him in, and then attack unexpectedly. See? I strike from overhead, then slap from the side, back swing low down. So you expect me to strike from below, but then I turn the sword, strike you with the other side. Once more, defend. try it. Strike from above, then from the right, then slash. The strikes have to follow quickly, one after the other. As soon as one lands, you start the next. You have to keep exactly to the sequence, otherwise it won't come off. Slash from above, slash from the right, slash from below. Go! No, no, no! Good. Again. No, no, no! Have to no, no! No, no, no! You have to strike me 3 times! 3 times! No, no, no! No. That's it. Try it once more. No, no, no. All right. You can learn lots of similar techniques with every weapon. Train and practice. All right. You can learn lots of similar techniques with every weapon. Train and practice.
I've trained a bit with a sword, and I think I've got the hang of the basics. Can you teach...
You're a bit cocky, ain't you? All right, then.
I'm ready.
Stand there. Take your weapon. Fight. You look like you know what you're doing. I'll teach you a trick or two. Enough now. Pay close attention. I'll teach you the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows. But best is when you're able to do both at once. Master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow, strike him at the same time. Parry and strike in one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Walk right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Right. I'll attack slowly. You parry.
Not like that!
Good.
No, again! All right! That's it!
Can you teach me how to
Certainly.
I'm interested in more...
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics?
Well... I'd like to improve my...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone...
First, you have to have some skills to hone.
Well... I'd like to train a bit.
Right. What weapon would you like to try?
I still don't feel
Right, lad.
What's the matter? Come on!
Da predella.
Curse it! Here! Now you're done for! Fuck it! Oh dear, did that hurt? You'll get what for.
Ow!
Non si tiri. Bollocks.
Gone, we can...
Well ended. Had enough? Ah, I yield. Enough!
How are you, Henry?